students. So in this lecture we are going to start with the differential equations, how to solve the differential equations. Okay, so we will have discussion on the methods to solve differential equation, dear students, and we will start the first method also. As we already discussed how to find order and degree of differential equation, what is differential equation, and how to formulate a differential equation. Now those differential equation we formulate, in this lecture we will discuss how to find the solution of those differential equation and even each and every differential equation, right? So here we are going to have discussion on only first order differential equation, dear students, right? So we will have discussion on first order differential equation, how we can approach it. Okay, for the first order differential equation, as we know very well, the highest derivative of a variable is one only. First order, any differential equation is said to be of first order if the highest derivative is of first order only, right? That we know very well. So we have some methods to solve the differential equation of first order. The first is variable separable method, variable separable plus reducible to variable separable. The second is homogeneous equations, homogeneous plus non-homogeneous equation. The third is linear equation and non-linear equation, right? And the last one is exact equation, so exact with non-exact or reducible to exact. So we are going to start with the variable separable method, dear students, and in that we will have discussion what is the method variable separable, how to approach it, okay, with the PYQs, good examples and PYQs definitely, and after that we will have discussion on reducible to variable separable also, right? So let's start with the variable separable. As it's clear from its name, as it is clear from its name only, so variable separable, when the variables are separate, okay, when the variables are separate. So what you have to do in the variable separable method, let me write down. There are only two steps which you have to follow in the variable separable method. Variable separable method, right? So there are only two steps which you have to follow. First of all, just observe the differential equation, dear students. Yes, after that you have to separate the variables, means the x variable will be one sided and the y variable will be another sided, right? So separate the variables. First of all, separate the variables, means x are one sided, that is variables of x are one sided altogether, and variable of y are all together. So variable of y are second sided, right? And then you have to do the integration. So that's why here integration works. Integration will definitely help you here, and those tricks which we learned in the integral calculus definitely needs here. Okay, so you should know about the integration also before proceeding to the variable separable method. So if you still not clear with the integral calculus, then just go for that lecture and just take a quick revision, because all those 5 or 6 short tricks which I already told you in the integral calculus should be useful here. Okay, so the first thing is separate the variable, and the second thing is what? You have to integrate both the sides. While integrating both the sides, you will get the solution, dear students. So integrating both the sides, right? So there is only these two steps which you have to follow for the variable separable method. Okay, now let's start with the questions. Basically this is an example which actually asked in the GATE 2017 examination. This is a question which actually asked in the GATE 2017. So we can start from here only. Okay, so there is not exactly any form of variable separable. The only two things which you should know before approaching the variable separable is you have to separate the variables. The x, all the variables of x will be together, all the variable of y will be together. Then you have to integrate the things, then you will get the solution definitely. Okay, so let's start with the first question. We have y into root of 1 minus x square dx plus dy plus x into root of 1 minus y square dx is equals to 0. Let's write it in a simpler manner. Y into root of 1 minus x square dx plus x into root of 1 minus y square dx is equals to 0, dear students. Yes, exactly. Okay, now how to approach? Just follow the first step, separate the variables. So we can consider all the y terms together and all the x terms together, right? So we will remain it unchanged. 1 minus x square dx will be same as it is. Here we can transfer the terms of y in the right hand side of mine. So 1 minus y square, and it should be dy, dear students, and it should be dx. Okay, so here you have x and here you have y. Now right now this is not a right condition to approach, because still we are not having all the y together and all the x together. So let's do it in a different manner. Let's just transfer it there and just transfer it here. So when we will transfer, it will become y by root of 1 minus y square, okay, dy, yes, exactly, minus x by root of 1 minus x square and dx. Now we are getting something clarity in our mind that all the x terms are together in the right hand side of mine and all the y terms are together in the left hand side of mine, right? So let's approach it, but before approaching it, you should know those 6 formulas, as I already told you, because without integral calculus you are not able to approach in the variable separable method, right? It's a directly link with the integral. Okay, so let me write down it one more time. Y divided by root of 1 minus y square, dear students. Yes, exactly it is, and it is equals to minus x divided by root of 1 minus x square dx. Now we have to integrate both the sides. Yes, as we know very well, we have to integrate both the sides. Now what is the rule of integration? Just remember it. Okay, let me show you what is the rule of integration, as we already learned. Okay, if we will have always the integration of f dash x upon root of fx. We learned this form, dear students. I think you should know about this one. This was the second form among those 6 formulas which I already told you in the integral calculus. So integration of f dash x by root of fx dx is always is equals to twice into root of fx. Yes, exactly. So here we have fx. What is fx here? Here you will say fx is 1 minus y square. Here fx is 1 minus x square. Okay, now according to the question, the derivative of fx will be in the numerator. Yes, exactly. So we can see the derivative of 1 minus y square should be in the numerator. So it should be 2 minus 2y. Yes, exactly. So that's why I will put here minus 2. Okay, I am just multiplying here by minus 2. Okay, so minus and minus, minus, it will be plus again. Okay, similarly here 1 minus x square, so the derivative will be my dear students minus 2x. Yes, exactly. Now here there is no need to multiply with the minus. So what I exactly did, I just multiply with 2 and 2 in the both the sides, right? So that I will get the function as it is. It will be f dash x by root of fx form. Okay, now let's approach it. When you approach it, it will be negative only and there will be negative. So negative and negative. Okay, let me write down here only. Let me write down. It will be twice of root of fx, means twice of root of 1 minus y square. Yes, it will be twice into root of 1 minus x square. Yes, exactly, plus c. Okay, so you can approach it. Let's take together 1 minus x square and 1 minus y square. It will be 1 minus x square. Okay, you can take, if you want, you can take common 2, or if you want, you can cancel out that also. So 1 minus x square, it will be 1 minus y square. Okay, and it should be 2 and the result is c. Hence this will be my answer. Dear students, after that you can make changes according to the option. So there is a flexibility in the questions of variable separable method, that you can change your answer with respect to the option. Whatever you have in the option, you can change accordingly. Okay, so that's why I am leaving it here only, because I don't have option in this particular question, so I can leave it right now right here only. Okay guys, so now I think you are getting my point how to approach with the variable separable. It's very simple, easiest method among all the methods which we are going to learn. The variable separable is a very simple thing. You have to just separate the variable, then integrating both the sides and then approach the question. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Let's see one more question. let's have discussion on this one. So when we approach it, it will be sec square x into 10y dy, 10y dx, and it is equals to sec square y into 10x dy. Yes, exactly. Okay, it's not equals, it plus is equals to 0. So we can write it just like this, sec square x into dx, yes, it is equals to minus sec square y into dy. This 10y we will take here only, and this 10x we will take here only. Yes, now we know very well what we have to do. We have to just integrate both the sides. As we know very well that the differentiation of 10x is nothing but sec square x, the differentiation of 10y is nothing but sec square y. Yes, so when we differentiating, exactly, it's not differentiating, we have to integrate, but we know very well the formula which I already told you, that is the integration. Whenever you see the f dash x by fx form, f dash x by fx dx form, you will approach to the ln x, or it is equals to log of x, right? I think you should know about this one, because this is a very very important thing, and I already told you this thing in the variable in the integral calculus portion, right? So as we can see here, this is the f dash x and this is the fx only, because the derivative of 10x is nothing but sec square x. Yes, the derivative of 10y is nothing but the sec square y. Yes, exactly. So when you approach it, it will be log of 10x, my dear students. Yes, or the ln of 10x, it will be log of 10y, dear students. Yes, it's have negative sign, okay, and plus it will be log of c. Now if you want, you can approach it simple, in a simple manner. You can write down log of 10x, yes, plus a log of 10y, yes, exactly, it is equals to log of c. Yes, so we can write down log of m plus n is nothing but log of m into n. So 10x into 10y is equals to log of c, and log will be cancelled out, hence your final answer will be 10x into 10y is equals to c, my dear students. So I think it's clear to everyone. It's a simple thing to approach. It's easily we can go with the variable separation method. You have to separate the variables, then integrate the things. The question are done. Okay, now let's come to the next question. We have more and more questions to approach. Now let's approach to this question. This is a simple question to approach. Let me write down here only the question. Dy by dx is equals to minus root of 1 plus y square divided by root of 1 plus x square. When we approach it, it will be dy by root of 1 plus y square is equals to minus dx by root of 1 plus x square. Yes, now integrating both the sides. So when we integrated both the sides, what will be the result, my dear students? Can you tell me what will be the result? As you know very well, the integration of, as I already told you in the formula, 1 by root of a square minus x square is the integration of sine inverse x, right? Sine inverse x by a. But when we have a square minus x square at the place of a square minus x square, when we have a square plus x square, so the integration will be hyperbolic function involving sine inverse. So it is nothing but the sine hyperbolic inverse x by a. It is nothing but sine hyperbolic inverse x by a, right? So when we approach it, it will be okay, so it will be sine hyperbolic inverse y. Okay, sine hyperbolic inverse y is equals to minus sine hyperbolic inverse x and plus c. Now we can approach according to the options. Right now we don't have option, so we can leave it here only. Still, if you want to write down, you can write down sine hyperbolic inverse y plus sine hyperbolic inverse y plus sine hyperbolic inverse x is equals to c. Okay, yes guys, now let's come to the next question. Now when we approach to the next one, it's again a simple question. Let's see what is in the next question. Let's see guys, so what is in the next one? E to the power x into e to the power y. Let's approach it. So we have one more question to go with the variable separation. Dy by dx is equals to e to the power x into e to the power y. You can write down it as e to the power minus y dy is equals to e to the power x dx. Let's integrate it both the sides. When we integrate it both the sides, it will become e to the power minus y into minus 1 e to the power x by 1 only plus c. So more and more you can write down the answer in the form of e to the power x plus e to the power minus y is equals to c only. So this will be your final answer, right? So you can approach the answer according to the options. So whenever you have option, I will show you the PYQs where we will have options, so we can approach the answer according to the options. Now clear, first and second are done. Let's come to the third one. It's again a simple question. All the questions of variable separation are very easy, dear students. You can easily approach. You will feel not at all any single difficulty, because the process is same. As I already told you, the complete differential equation is a very superb thing to approach and very easily scoreable topic, right? Because in a complete differential equation there is not at all so many varieties are there, right? So you can approach directly at the questions. Now let's come to the next question, x square e to the power x minus y. Let's come to the next question. Dy by dx is equals to x square and e to the power x minus y. So when we approach it, it will be dy by dx. Yes, exactly. It will be x square into e to the power x into e to the power minus y. Yes, we can write. Now we can take x square e power x together and e power minus y in a different side. So it will be e to the power y dy. Yes, it will be x square e to the power x dx. Now let's integrate it and we will solve this in two lines only. We will solve this in a two line only. We already know, as I already told you, a superb trick of x square e to the power x. With the help of that trick, you can approach each and every question of this format in a single line only. So you can directly integrate. Okay. So now let's approach to this one. The integration of e power y will be e power y. The integration of x square e power x. When you don't know that trick, you have to approach with the help of eyelet. Eyelet form means where we have to integrate with finding the first function and the second function. Then we have to approach accordingly. But there is not at all need of doing like that, because those students know my trick. They can easily approach, right? So x square e to the power x, we know very well. E power x will be unchanged. It will be x square minus 2x plus 2, my dear students, and plus c. Now I am not going to repeat this trick because I already told you this trick in the integral calculus. You should know about this one. Okay, and those students are still not seen the videos of integral calculus, then just first watch those videos so that you can approach these type of tricks. Okay, because without integration, especially integral calculus, the formulas of integral calculus and the basics of integration, you are not supposed to do any single question of variable separation. Okay guys, so it will be that we know very well we will remain e power x unchanged. It will be x square. The differentiation of x square is 2x. The differentiation of 2x is 2. We have to put the alternate sign, so we can leave it here only. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. Okay, let me make some space here only, so we will approach here only. So we can approach this question here only. So the question is dy by dx. We are having the question dy by dx as it is equals to 1 plus x plus y plus xy. Okay, we can take common 1 plus x will be as it is. We can take common y from here. It will be 1 plus x again. So it will be 1 plus y into 1 plus x. Now exactly we are having a question like this. Dy by dx is equals to 1 plus y into 1 plus x. Okay. So when we approach it, it will be, dear students, 1 by 1 plus y into dy. Yes. And it will be 1 plus x into dx. Let's integrate both the sides. We know very well the integration of 1 by x is nothing but the log x only. So you can approach it as a log of 1 plus y only. The integration of 1 plus x is nothing but x plus x square by 2 plus c only. Now you can leave it here only because we don't have option. So you can leave it here only. More and more if you want, then you can approach the complete form in the e to the power x. plus e power x square by 2 plus e power c. Okay, done. So these are the questions which you can see in the variable separation method. These are very good examples of variable separation. Now let's have discussion on the PYQs, how to approach with the previous year GATE problems, dear students, of exactly the variable separation method. The solution for the differential equation, we have to focus only and only on the differential equation only. Now here exactly these type of questions framed in the GATE examination, where we have initial conditions also. With the help of these initial conditions, we can find the value of constant also. You can see till now here we were giving answer in the form of C only, right? Each and every well you can see we were giving answer in the form of C, means the constant only. But whenever you have initial condition, you can approach the value of C, you can find the value of that constant C, and generally this is a very common pattern in the GATE examination. Either we talk about the variable separation or any other method of solving any differential equation, there will be a condition always given to you so that you can find the constants. Okay, now let's approach it. dy by dx is equals to x square y. Let's approach it, guys. It will be dy by y. Separate the variables, the terms so y are together, the terms x are together. So x square dx, it will be, let's integrate it both the sides. It will be log of y, yes, it will be x cube by 3 plus c, exactly we are having like this. So question is talking about find the condition where at x is equals to 0 we are having y is equals to 1. So we can put here at x is equals to 0. This question has been asked in 2007 year. So here we can approach at x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1. So at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1, it will be log of 1, x is equals to 0 plus c. We know very well the log 1 is 0 only. So that's why the constant c is equals to 0 only. Okay, you have to put the value here. So when you put here, it will be 0. So you can say log y is equals to x cube by 3, my dear students. Yes, exactly, but we are not able to see the answer. Yes, we can see log y is equals to x cube by 3. But when I approach it, y is equals to e to the power x cube by 3, which we can clearly see in the option number D for Delhi. Is it clear, dear students? So it's a very simple thing to approach. So whenever we have the initial condition, we can use the initial condition for finding the constant C only, right? Now let's come to the next question. So let's come to the next GATE problem. This has been asked in the 2008 GATE examination. Let's approach it, guys. Again we are having here initial condition, I think so. Yes, definitely we are having here again the initial condition. Let's approach to the differential equation. So if you want to solve the differential equation, it is dy by dx is equals to minus x by y. Let's approach. The terms x are together, the terms y are together. It will be y dy is equals to minus x dx, my dear students. Let's integrate it both the sides. It will be y square by 2. It will be minus x square by 2 plus c only. Yes, exactly. We are having the points at x is equals to 1, y is equals to root 3. So when you approach it at x is equals to 1, y is equals to root 3. So when you approach it, it will be root 3 square, that is only 3, right? It will be 3 by 2 at x is equals to 1. When you approach it, it will be minus 1 by 2 plus c. So when you approach it, it will be 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2, it will be 4 by 2, hence the c will be 2 only. You can put the value of constant c right here only. When we approach the constant, what will be the result? Let me show you. It is x square by 2 plus y square by 2 is equals to 2 only. We do have options. Yes, exactly. So x square plus y square is equals to 4 will be your final answer, my dear students. That's why you can see the answer is in option number D for Delhi. Right, so you can see the right answer and the final answer. Clear it, guys? Okay. Now, so if you want, you can write down here only, so, but I just approached in a simple, just transferred the thing x square by 2 plus 2. So I just transferred x square here, that's why it will become like this. Okay. So I think it's simple thing. Now let's approach to the next question. This is question has been asked in 2009 year. So this again we have a question, but this time it is talking about the solution of the differential equation, which we have a differential equation represent a family of, it represents which equation? Okay, ellipse, circles, parabolas, hyperbolas. Okay, let's approach to the equation. Let's write down here only 3y dy by dx, yes exactly, plus 2x is equals to 0, yes exactly. When we approach it, 3y dy by dx is equals to minus 2x only, yes exactly. When we approach it, 3y dy is equals to minus 2x into dx. Let's integrate it both the sides. It will be y square by 2 into 3. It will be 2x square by 2 plus c. 2 and 2 will be cancel out. It will be x square by 1 plus it will be y square by 2 by 3 is equals to c. So I think you can see the equation is nothing but it's not circle and it's not parabola. Neither it is circle nor it is parabola. So can you tell me the equation is exactly what? As we know very well, it will be ellipse, because in hyperbola we will get negative value. So it will be ellipse. So we can find the answer directly, dear students. So I think you will feel more comfortable with the differential equations only. Okay, so now let's come to the next question. It will be ellipse only, right? Because in hyperbola x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1, and in ellipse let me check the options. Guys, and according to me it will be let me check. So it will be yes exactly, as I already told you, it will be ellipse only, my dear students, right? So I was confused because there are options. Okay, circles and parabolas are already removed now, so that's why we know very well the equation of ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. So that's why I was confirming. And the equation of hyperbola is with the negative sign, x square by a square minus y square by b square is equals to 1. That's why. So we are done with this one. Okay, so there is no need of confusion. So that's why the answer is A only, dear students. Now let's come to the next question. This has been asked in the 2007 GATE examination. Let's approach to the question. What exactly the question is talking about? The solution of dy by dx is equals to y square with the initial value y0 is equals to 1. y0 is equals to 1. It means at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1 is bounded in the interval. So it bounded in which interval? Okay, let's differentiate. Let's find it. So dy by dx is equals to y square we are having. Yes, so we can say it is 1 by y square into dy is equals to dx only. Yes, or you can say it is y minus 2. When you integrate it, it will be y minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 by y. It will be x plus c only, guys. Yes, so when you approach it, it will be minus 1 by y is equals to x plus c, right? But here we are having point also at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1. Here we are having point at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1. So let's put here x is equals to 0. At x is equals to 0, y will be 1 only. When you approach it at x is equals to 0, it will be 0 plus c, it will be minus 1. So hence you will get c is equals to minus 1. You can put the value of c right here only, dear students. When you put the value minus 1 by y is equals to x and minus 1 only. Now we are not getting exactly the answer in this form. We can convert this as a we can write down this as in a different form. So we can say it is nothing but minus 1 by y is equals to x minus y. Yes, we can say it y is equals to minus 1 by x minus 1, right? So y is equals to, okay, yes, exactly, minus 1 by y is equals to x plus c. When we approach it, y is equals to minus 1 by x plus c. Yeah, and at the place of c we can put the value at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1. So when we approach it 1, 0 and c, it will be minus 1. When we approach it, c is equals to minus 1. Absolutely right. So we will get y is equals to minus 1 by x minus 1, 1 minus 1 by x minus 1. Now question is talking about where is the solution is bounded. So we can say if there is x is equals to 1, my dear students, the function will be unbounded. If there is x is equals to 1, the function will be unbounded, because whenever we put here x is equals to 1, the value will be 1 by 0, that will be infinity. So hence your function will not exist. When it will not exist, then solution, how can the solution will be bounded? So it will be unbounded at x is equals to 1, it will be unbounded, right? So we can conclude that we should not put the value at we should not put here the value x is equals to 1. We will not, definitely we will not put. Okay, so question is talking about the option. In the first option you can see it is between minus infinity to infinity. Here we can see x is equals to 1 is always there, so it will not the right answer. Minus infinity to 1, again you are talking about equals 1, so it will not definitely be option. Between minus 2 to 2, the 1 is always there. Yeah, definitely. But here you can say either your x is less than 1, yes, or your x is greater than 1, yes, exactly, but your x cannot equals to 1. So particularly in the option number C is giving us, the condition of bounding or the bounded figure or the bounded curve, bounded solution, right? Clear guys? So we can easily approach this one. So the process is same only. We approached the solution only. When we approach the solution, we can easily go with the question whatever it's talking about. Is it clear everybody? Yes, I think so. Yes, okay. So I think it's clear to everyone. Now let's talk about the next one. Let's talk about the next question. This is the question which in the 2008 GATE examination, dx by dt plus 3x is equals to 0. Here till now we were having equation in the form of dy by dx, but right now here we are having a differential equation in the form of dx by dt. Okay, let's approach it guys. So when we approach it, it will be dx by dt, yes, exactly, dx by dt, yes, exactly, plus 3x is equals to 0. Okay, we can write down dx by dt is equals to minus 3x, yes. More and more we can write down 1 by x into dx is equals to minus 3 into dt. Let's integrate both the sides. When we integrated both the sides, we will find the solution, exactly. So for the 1 by x, the result will be log x or the ln x, minus 3t will be there plus c, yes, exactly. So do we have options to find the condition? No. Okay, still we don't have. So don't worry, we can write it x is equals to e to the power minus 3t. It should be x is equals to e to the power minus 3t. Now constant can be anything. You can write down x is equals to c into e to the power minus 3t. So if we have any form like this, then only that will be my answer. Let's look at the option. It is 3e power minus t. Now it is not t square, it is not t square. We have e to the power minus 3t. So here only we have e to the power minus 3t. Although in the question we don't have any condition to find the constant term. So that's why we are not able to find the constant term. So we can leave it as c only. Yes, exactly. So that's why it will be 2 only, dear students. So final answer will be option number B.